Converse of Pythagorean theorem.
Theorem. Yes. So we have Pythagorean theorem, the first one, sorry. And what else? We talk
Converse.
Converse of the Pythagorean theorem, yes.
The distance formula.
Very good.
Distance between two.
Converse of the Pythagorean theorem, where distance between two what? Distance between 2 points. Distance between 2 points, right? Right. Is there anyone can give me any idea about how we can differentiate between 3 points which is in front of us now? We have 3 topics here, right? Yes, Hannah Hamdi, go on. The first one is about, yes.
A square plus B square equal C square.
Very good. So this is already the theorem which we want to use. And it will work with any triangle, ya Hannah?
Yes.
With any triangle, it should be what?
It should be a right triangle.
It should be a right triangle. And we said we can say that the first leg is A, the second leg is B, and the third leg is C, right? So we have the formula is A square
plus B square.
A square plus B square equal C square.
C square.
A square plus B square equal C square. What about the converse of the Pythagorean theorem? What about the converse of the Pythagorean theorem? We said once we have a triangle, sometimes I will draw a triangle and I will give you the dimension, or I can give you the dimension and I will ask you to say if this dimension will represent a right triangle or not. Like if I have 10 and 8 and 6, this set of numbers can be represent a right triangle or not. These numbers can be a right triangle or not. How we can solve?
We will make 10 power 2.
Yes.
And 8 power 2 plus 6 power 2.
Number, yes. We will choose the greatest number, which is 10 to the power of 2 in one side, right? Will other side, we will put 8 to the power of 2 plus 6 to the power of 2. And then we will start to compare. 10 to the power of 2, it will be equal 100. 100. Okay, 8 to the power of 2 plus 6 to the power of 2. 64 plus 36, it will be equal 100. Right? Then, now, the area of the greatest square root, the area of the greatest side, it will be equal the sum of areas on the other 2 sides. Then the triangle now is a right triangle. The third part which we were talking about, the distance between 2 points. And we said we can use Pythagorean theorem. How we will use Pythagorean theorem? Yes.
Miss Ho, I have a question.
Yes, honey.
How do we know in the converse of the Pythagorean theorem which one of these sides is the hypotenuse? Because the other side, it's One of the sides is like similar to the hypotenuse.
Yes, okay. You can decide which one is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the longest side in the right angle triangle, right? So if I want to write now where we can find the hypotenuse, so we have this is the longest side, right? So I have to put 10 here. And the other side, the order is not important. I can put 6, and the other one I'm going to put 8, right? Then the hypotenuse, it is the longest side in the triangle. And if the square of the hypotenuse equal the sum of the square of the other two sides, so the triangle is right. If the square of the side, I can say now hypotenuse, because hypotenuse, it will come only with the right triangle, okay? But hypotenuse, it will be 10 to the power of 2 if I have the longest side is greater than the sum of the squares of the other two sides to the triangle, it will be obtuse. But it will be less than, it will be acute. Is this your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, welcome, honey. The distance between 2 points. So, is there anyone can tell me the formula which we can use it if I want to calculate the distance between any 2 points?
x2 minus x1.
Yes. So we would put them inside of parentheses. So it will be x squared, right? x2, sorry, minus x1 all to the power of 2 plus y2 minus y1 all to the power of 2. Right? So it will be x2 minus x1 all to the power of 2 plus y2 minus y1 all to the power of 2. If I will give you an example, -3 and the -5 -4 and 3. Could you please calculate it and tell me what is the answer? How we will find the answer for this question? First, we will classify. Yes, we will classify. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Right? So we have x1, y1, and we have x2, y2. Who will tell me the answer? Calculate it and tell me the answer, please.
-4 minus 3.
Okay, then square root, don't forget. -4 minus 3 all to the power of 2 plus 3 plus 5. Agree with me or disagree? 3 plus 5. Yes. Why? From where we have plus?
Because the negative equal positive.
Yes, very good. Because negative, it will be equal positive. So the answer now it will be -4 minus 3 all to the power of 2 plus 3 plus 5 all to the power of 2. So the answer it will be square root
113.
113. Very good. If I want to approximate the answer, right? So approximately the answer will be, yes, very good. It will be 10.6. It depends on he's going to ask to approximate or not, yeah, Fadia. Okay? If he didn't say approximate to the nearest whole number, so we can keep the number like this. So this is what we already studied in this chapter. First, the Pythagorean theorem. Second, converse of the Pythagorean theorem, and distance between 2 points. And also we can find Pythagorean theorem in a coordinate plane to find the length of the hypotenuse. Also, we discussed in this lesson how we can use the Pythagorean theorem in word problems. Okay, so in word problems, he can give us any story, and during the story, he can mention that it will be yani, garden takes a right angle triangle shape, or in a rectangular playground, and so on. Yani he can give me different types of word problems and use a right triangle inside it. Also, he can talk about main four directions. Main four directions. How we will use main four directions? Only you have to remember that we have south, right? And we have, this direction is what?
East.
East. And this direction is what?
West.
West.
And up it will be
North.
north. Yes.
No.
So he can say that Nano will start from this point, and then she will go down or north, and then she move to the west, or she will go up to the north, and then she will make to the west, and so on. Then you will just draw the arrows, and you have, I think, you know, the main four directions, right? So up here you will find what? North, right? And down you have
South.
south. And then anyone don't know the main four directions? And to the right we have east, and to the left, you have, in your left hand you have what?
West.
South?
No, west.
West, yes. So we have north, south, east, west. Also, they can use it in word problem by using Pythagorean theorem. Don't forget a special case which we explained in the class. I'm going to explain it again. Did you remember? Two special case with the right angle triangle?
Yes.
There is كده one. I can't خالص.
Who can tell me main two special case with the right triangle? We added this part.
The 30 and 60.
Yes, very good. First, we have a 30, 60. So we have both are working with the right angle triangle. So for sure, we have the first angle is 90. And we have 30, 60. And the second one is what?
The isosceles one.
Isosceles one, very good. So it should be 90 and 45, 45. Did you remember main ratios which we can use it? We said that both working with a right triangle, and we have an angle. The measure for this angle is 30. So we said opposite to 30. So I have 1. Hypotenuse, it will be multiply by 2. And the third one, it should be, do you remember? Root 3. So 1, 2, root 3. If I will replace 1 and put instead of it 8, if I will start with 8 with the shortest side, which is opposite to 30 degrees, is there anyone can tell me the rest of the sides? If I have the first
16.
one is 8, so the hypotenuse, it will be how many? It will be 16. Yes. And what about the third side? It will be the same number, 8 square root 3. Right? 8 square root 3. So if you have 8, you will multiply by 2 to have 16. And then 8, you will multiply by root 3 to find the longest side. So the key for this question is the side opposite to 30 degree. Again, the key for this question is the side which is opposite to 30 degree. If I will say now I have this side equal equal 5 square root 3. So what about this side? It would be what? If I have the longest side equal 5 square root 3. So what about this side? It would be equal how many?
5.
5, yes. And what about the hypotenuse?
Then 10.
10. Very good. Very good. Okay. How did you find it? I am going to divide by square root 3. So the main lines, as I said, this is 1. You multiply by 2, it will be the hypotenuse. Multiply by root 3, it will give you the longest side. If you have the longest side and you are looking for the line opposite to 30 degrees, you will divide by root 3. What about if we have the longest side was 20? The longest side was 20, so I'm looking for the rest of the sides. The hypotenuse was 20. Adam, you are here?
Yes, yes.
If the longest side, Adam, was 20, could you please tell me the rest of the lines here? If the longest side was 20. You will divide it by 2, ya Adam. Okay, 20 divided by 2, it will be equal how many?
10.
10, right? And what about the third side now? You will multiply this side by root 3. So it will be 10 root 3. Okay, how did you find it? If you want to work with the steps, so it will be the square root 20 to the power of 2 minus 10 to the power of 2. Could you please calculate it and tell me the answer, ya Adam? 20 to the power of 2 minus 10 to the power of 2. All the class, please. Could you please calculate 20 to the power of 2 minus 10 to the power of 2? It will be how many?
10 root 3.
10 root 3. 10 root 3, right? So instead of working the steps, we can find the answer directly by using the main relation between the three sides in 30-60 triangle. Again, what is the main ratio for 30-60 triangle? What is the main ratio? You will start from the side opposite to 30 degrees. The side opposite to 30 degrees, it will be the key for the question, right? So the side opposite to 30 degrees, it will be half the side or half the hypotenuse. And then if you will multiply the number, here, as I said, we have L1, this is the side opposite to 30 degrees. If you will multiply by 2, you will find the hypotenuse. If you will multiply by root 3, you will find the longest side. And the opposite is correct. If you have the longest side and you want to find the shortest side, which is opposite to 30 degrees, you will divide by root 3 and so on. Understood this part? The last one, which is talking about the two sides which are equal. So we have right angle triangle and it's isosceles triangle. Did you remember the main ratio with the isosceles triangle? Did you remember the main ratio?
Yes.
With the isosceles, it will be what?
45 root 2.
No, the main ratio with the sides. With the sides.
Oh, yes.
How we can find it? The main ratio with the sides. It will be what? If I have the one side of the legs equal 5, then tell me the rest. It will be what? If one of them equal
5.
Yes.
And the other one 5 root 2.
So we have 5, 5, and the other one it will be 5 root 2, right? So it will be 5, 5, and then 5 root 2. Thank you. I appreciate what you said. Then, if I want to write it, it will be, if I would say, as I said, 5, so it will be 5 and 5 root 2. So the standard ratio, it will be 1, 1 root 2. Okay, so the standard ratio, it will be 1, 1 root 2. If the first side here is 8, so give me the rest, it will be what? It will be 8, 8, 8 root 2. If it's 10, tell me the rest, grade 7, grade 8. If it's 10, so it will be what? It will be 10, 10 root 2, and so on. Yes.
بس هو مش شغال عندي.
Try to use the code and answer. Kenzie is working here. Who else working?
بس ما رضاش يفتح.
بس مش راضي يفتح والله يا بس.
في حد تاني يبقى بيشتغل. To me please يا لجينة.
Okay, miss.
Khadija, she entered.
Yes.
Yes, you're working very well.
Yes, and me also. I sent my.
Yes, هو loading وخلاص بدأتوا تدخلوا اهو.
Yes, I sent it.
Okay. Send to me your results, please. Don't forget. Have a nice weekend, grade 8.
You too.